The Travel Channel Makeover was something put together by Lusid Media and the trustees of Conneaut Lake Park in the last week of July and the first couple days of August of 2013. Now, I was already up there doing a restoration all season long, and so they decided to go ahead and use some of my projects and incorporate that into the show that they were putting together. Lenny Adams of Adams Amusements, the managing company up there that handled the rides and all the repairs and concessions, he let me know that Travel Channel was planning to come and do a show there at the park. And about a week or so later, they actually contacted me while I was back at my back in the Natrona Heights area where I'm from, while I was working back at home. They asked me if I wanted to be part of the show, and of course, I was ecstatic and happy to be part of it. I was already trying to save the park on my own, and now that there was a big company coming in to try and do some kind of what I thought was going to be some type of a show or documentary on the park, I was happy to take part in that. The show wound up really being more of a reality show. It was going to be the pilot show of something called Mission Amusement, where they go around to different amusement parks and fix them up, sort of like Restaurant Impossible or one of those fixer-up type shows. And there was a lot of drama involved, and it wasn't quite what I thought it was going to be, but I got to do a lot of different projects up there, including the ones that I actually planned on doing that they sort of made their projects for the show, but I did most of the work with a lot of help of volunteers. But yeah, so I got a chance to do a lot of that, and a lot of the scenes with me wound up on the cutting room floor. On the actual show, you could see me standing in the background on a ladder a couple times. My white painting van is in front of just about every project we're doing, but they did cut me out of all the scenes for whatever reason, and a lot of other people and volunteers who thought they would be in the show got cut out as well. Overall, it was still a great experience. I got to make a lot of new friends, meet a lot of wonderful volunteers. Three or four of them actually stood out and helped me train a bunch of other teams that I was in charge of when we would work on the Blue Streak and on the Devil's Den and on the front entrance. And I just kind of delegated three or four other people there to try and help me with the other massive volunteers who were being sent my way to help me with all the projects that I was trying to stay up with during that week of the makeover. I also got to meet Dominic Bargona, his wife, and the Ghost Lake crew, including George, his head carpenter, and George's family, who did a lot of the work up there as far as putting that Halloween extravaganza together every year. I got to work on the Devil's Den with on my own and with some other people who were there, and also got to work on some of the haunted houses for Ghost Lake, and got to actually help them tear some things apart and also build a few things as well.
back a little bit. Reaching it. Because
Repairs were made to some of the broken and rotted wood on 2 or 3 of the towers, and missing lattice was replaced on some of the upper areas. With the front entrance completed and the Travel Channel Makeover week almost over, I went around again and filmed some of the work that we'd done, and then headed back down the Midway to see how the haunted hostel and some of the other projects were coming along. When the makeover week was all done, us contractors and scenic artists and all the volunteers were able to get together and have some cake and some refreshments. And they actually brought some cakes in. I'm not sure where they had them made, but they had them brought in and made up to look like Conneaut Lake Park, and also the new theme for the park after dark, which included the haunted hostel. Thanks again for tuning in and watching the video on the Travel Channel Makeover from 2013. And I look forward to putting out a couple more videos here soon, and we'll see you then.